Oh man, oh man, oh man. Sorry for being so late being live. Yeah, we are still doing weekly workshop Tuesday. I am really running behind. I don't know if anyone's gonna watch it, but at least we'll have the VOD. I am definitely 1 week or 1 hour late. There was just something that popped off that someone was been on all day about today. That is what's caused me to be an hour late. And this is meanwhile I'm trying to work on Vertilia, of course. So this is why currently, I'm sitting in the wrong avatar, and I'm still honestly trying to get fully set up and situated here. Okay, but I'm currently in the wrong avatar, as you see. Because I had to fire up Wardo because I didn't have time to set up the whole other thing with my main avatar, as you've been seeing me use. And there's just been issues involving that and other dramas and other things. This all started, I'll explain this all in another, after we do the Vertilia project exploration thing and updates. And I'm actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this video. I'm just gonna cut the stream here. I'm gonna cut the stream and change the name of the stream and everything and whatnot, just for the historical records in my VODs, to be on what the topic that it is, and so people can actually go to that specific thing, and we'll have a discussion about that over there. And of course, this is all VR chat nonsense. And let's save all that for over there. But for now, let's just focus on meow 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 meow. Hi, reverse. Let's just focus on Vertilia. Yeah, so a lot got done, but I am not ready really even yet for my testers to see what I've been working on. Simply because, well, at least to actively test. It's just all work in progress, and I don't want them testing work in progress stuff and find bugs that I just and stuff that I just haven't even gotten to yet. But it's been a week now of solid working on this dungeon, and then of course I was sick during it too, and it was hell. That's why I didn't do the stream last week and why we didn't have testing last week. I ended up with something that I assume either a virus or bacteria that hit my I started at my kidney and then went throughout the rest of my body and causing muscle soreness and everything else. And don't worry, I'm fine right now. I'm perfectly okay. That's why I'm here and happily doing this. And except obviously today's nonsense here causing me a headache. But despite that, feeling great, feeling better. And feeling ready to show off at least some stuff that I've been working on, that we didn't really show off yet on the last update. So there's a little bit of spoilers. Oops, that's the dragon I've been working on. I didn't mean to pull it right up onto the dragon specifically. I don't know how I'm going to approach this, honestly. I could pull it up in VR chat, because the dungeon itself is uploaded to VR chat, but or I could use the editor and play. But something I wanted to show you, of course, is the dungeon. This is Dungeon 1. This is the first of 9 dungeons, of course. Dungeon 1 does look like the Eagle, as it's called. The Eagle is the dungeon, Dungeon 1 from Zelda NES. This is the only time in a case where I'm going to do a dungeon that's nearly one-to-one as Zelda NES 1. And it's not even perfectly one-to-one because, it's distinctly different, so I don't get sued by Nintendo kind of deal. As you can see, this is this is what it looks like in Unity as an overhead view. We can get more explicit here and see it in the direct. You can see it in there you go, more direct overhead view. A little hard to get in there. Yeah, there you go. So you can see there's what it looks like, and you would see even too that when I show you here, the original Zelda NES map. That was the goal, is to recreate this as that. And things obviously you can see here is Let's try to get it side by side so you can see. The old man room is like right here. It's just as dark. There's gonna be some difference in there that I'll point out. You can see that the block placements are actually all the same. The statue placements. It's a little hard to see in this, but yeah, there's a little statues there. Those are the same statue placements here in the game. Oh, excuse me. You can kind of see how I did. Like, oh, you know what? Hey, you know what? Let's make this match. This wasn't quite matching. It looks like this, like these tiles here, 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 and here. There you go. Or technically supposed to be dirt patches, which is that inside part, and which you can see there is dirt patches. I hadn't noticed it until now that I had that wrong. You can see that, yeah, we have our little skeleton. We had skeletons of Stalfoses in Zelda NES, but we have what's called doggy bones in Vertilia. And it's the same equal amount, but just like starting positions are maybe a little different there. And you see the blocks are like, yeah, 1-to-1, which is the main point. And the whole, like, literally each two, this is what I meant, and it's art design and the art choices I'm really trying to go for with Vertilia, is that it is built on a 2 meter by 2 meter by 2 meter, like a 2 cubic kind of mentality of how I'm like building out the world and how certain things like will behave and are. And that, like, if you notice here, like it's one tile, so it's a 1-to-1. Each 2 meter section is 1-to-1 to a tile in the NES here. And the same, yeah, here and here, of course, and you got the bats that are like that, and spoilers, yeah, these are bomb walls, so these are bomb walls, even though you don't even have access to a bomb yet in Vertilia at this point. You do have a sliding block there, and you got old man room, which we'll get in a little closer in a bit here, and then you got that, and even in the map is in the same place, and the compasses, like the compass is a chest in the same area. Because this is a water collection facility in Vertilia, that defines and explains why the water is even here in these two rooms, which of course water in these two rooms, so it's the same of the two there, which actually comes down into a tunnel, and the tunnel is completely different here because this tunnel is the tunnel. There's a tunnel that you go underground, and it's like a side-scroll tunnel and whatever, but this tunnel is unique in how it goes actually back out to the overworld and is the like connected to this whole water system, and how it's the water sewage, like the drainage to the water collection facility. So it leads into that tunnel for the water collection facility, just to kind of like make it make sense. At least make more sense than what it was. Like what the heck was the eagle like dungeon in the first place, right? As far as I can tell, it definitely did have a water theme, because it turns out like the dragon's name in Zelda NES was Aquamentus, which was kind of interesting. And that's and I guess these statues are supposed to be statues of fish people, and I guess later turned out to be the Zorans. So like that was the whole ordeal with these things and these little critters, which I mean makes perfect sense to to align with this, where it's a water collection facility and whatever. So we have our version of Aquamentus, and in this case it's the Isa dragon. It still has the silly unicorn horn, which it didn't make sense to me why it had a unicorn horn, but I kept it because whatever. This is our version of Aquamentus, but it's the Isa dragon, and yeah, I made a really cool fireball. Where is it at? Boop. I don't know if that's even visible. I could probably do it this way. I can copy it out from that, right, and just paste it into null space there. And where did it go? And it went there, and it's tilted funny. But there you go, really cool looking fireball. These are the fireballs that are gonna get spit at you by that dragon that you gotta avoid. So we got really neat fireballs that this dragon is gonna be spewing out at you. But yeah, before I go off to that tunnel though, let's look at the old man room and what I plan to do there. So, old man room. If I can find it, I'm lost in my own dungeon. But yeah, okay. So you see, it's still like kind of lit up, and it's all red for matching the little two flames that were in the room. But instead now it's like these two little stand torches that have, you know, the nice red like light from it. And of course it's in a dungeon like this. This is an actual dungeony dungeon. And it's why else is an old man in a dungeon like that other than being held prisoner? So that was kind of my thought pattern here, is that this is a prison, you know, and within the dungeon for holding people. And in specific for Vertilia, the lore is going to be, this is where our Sir Baticus, no real name yet, or at least I have a name, I'm not revealing who they are yet. They are keeping, I guess you can say, Vertilians, who, well, I guess they're being converted into Vertilians, if anything, if you caught that part of the lore of what's going on. Their VR chat players will say they're being held captive as they slowly turn into a Vertilian, because it's not really like they're being turned into one actively, but the virus is taking over and you know, taking control of their mind as they're turning into a Vertilian. So this is going to be the place where they're held captive until they are turned into said Vertilian, and in which case is, you know, made into an NPC. Sure. But yeah, that is the idea of it, like with what's going on here with this dungeon. So yeah, we have that bit. We have yeah, it's getting there. The dungeon itself and the traps are done. Like, we got these little hand guys. They're kind of creepy and scary and annoying. Similar, you had the hands that came out of the wall in this room and Zelda NES. Instead of coming, because what they did is they kind of did this. They came out the wall, they turned, and then they just kind of went a direction and they went back into the wall. Like, that was really weird. And of course, if you missed it, right, you know, if they went back into the wall, it would ruin the puzzle. The only way you could reset the puzzle is by leaving the room and then coming back into the room, and then you had to begin the puzzle all over again, which was really annoying. Like, when I first came across that, at least as a kid, I was like, what is that? I'm like, what is... it really kind of tilted me as a kid. So yeah, that's what I'm not trying to avoid, I guess. And by the way, their new behavior is if you the player comes into the room, they come out in time intervals still, but one, like, they'll come out from their spawn points within the wall and they'll come directly at you, so they will actually traverse through these blocks and everything, so you have to watch carefully for them. And they'll just slowly approach you, and as they approach you, they'll like reach out to start to grab you, and then they'll grab you and they'll yank you back, you know, to the beginning. You know what? I can just, since yeah, I'm gonna want to show off like the actual dungeon too. Yeah, it's gonna be best to do this as Pumpkin. Let's do this as Pumpkin. I'm going to start up VR chat, actually, instead of doing it this way. The boss is... everything but the boss has been uploaded, so you can, if you have me added and if you have access to the world, can go check out the dungeon more directly, but it's not really recommended to really do any, like, testing on it and tell me, like, hey, this is wrong with the dungeon, because more likely I know, and more likely it's, like, not... like I said, it's just not really in a state where I can... do anything like where I'm ready for testing, to better say. Hopefully by tomorrow we can still hammer some stuff out, but again, I want to get it to a point where it's like, okay, it's ready for testing, let's test it, and then, like, yeah. Pumpkin needs a code. Let's see. Oh, it's gonna be Gmail. Hopefully this doesn't appear on the main screen, and it is. Okay, there we go. I caught it in time. You guys didn't see anything. All right. Pasting that in there. Do. Pumpkin. Do. She's been the account that I use to upload Vertilia under as a safety precaution from it getting leaked, but hasn't seemed to stop that because, well, like, yeah, people get into it anyways. But it's also a good indicator that, yeah, it's just this is not the public version and not ready to really be publicly accessed, you know, and that things it also implies no guarantee that things are going to be working in the instance. But where am I going? Oh yeah, I wanted to actually enable sound because, you know, sound is currently disabled there. And I can, I guess, just click that, but new instance and invite only for Pumpkin because, yeah, I want to just run through this as Pumpkin. And let's let you see. Okay, so here's, yeah, everything you should have up to this point with Vertilia. You should have 5 hearts. You should have, you know, the boomerang, sword, all that stuff. For some reason I have 1 key. I'm not sure why. Maybe some other things. Maybe I've touched the dungeon already a little bit through. And yeah, I died 0 times. Okay. Yep. Let's go ahead and run to the dungeon. Whee! So you can also see what it's like from the outside as well as the inside. Screw you, slimes. But yes, the thing that like kept me preoccupied and late, unfortunately, to starting the stream was the drama involving VRCA and the furry museum. That sparked a lot of debate and discussion and made me go down a rabbit hole that I want to do a video on to discuss on what I've concluded at least about the situation. Because it has heavily, connections. You know, my whole stick is trying to have a better public image for VR chat and trying to do something about it personally. That I feel like maybe I should probably actually do a video explaining my findings, discovery, and resolution to this whole situation. Whee! Oh, right. I went this way on Vertilia. To show you basically what's going on here. Like, of course, yeah, this is the drain. Kind of can hardly see it from this side, but if you're on the other side of the river, you can kind of see what's going on there. But let's just go ahead and do this. You can then see, there's the drain, there's, the outlet, there's a chest there. What's that chest? I wonder what that could be. Usage to the watermelon strime? The rainbow? No, they're just there to be different colors, man. I just felt like making them different colors because I could. I don't want to go too the whole point of this game is to go back to basics and not try to like go way extreme like modern Zelda games do. So I'm trying to like at least implement everything to the same level of an NES version of this game. I'm not. Maybe when the game is done itself, we can like start looking into if it's something people desire. We can start looking into expanding beyond the premise of the game. But like, I want to stick to the premise of what I'm going for first before adding like crazy features. So yeah, and of course, yeah, that's what you need the lantern for. That's why you can't get into the dungeon for without the lantern, because you actually have to burn this tree out of the way to get in. So whee! In Zelda NES, you can actually just go right into it, but yeah, I'm making it a hard requirement to have the lantern. Whee! Of course, yeah, freaking bats, man. Key. I wonder where that first key was actually from. Like, what triggered it in my inventory? Whee! Ow! Key. Open up! There we go. Well, that was funny behavior. Where's it at? I hear you. Here we go. Except, did I not have it? Oh, it's just a door trigger. Okay. I don't know if that was a key room or a door trigger. I actually, since I haven't said it on stream, but everyone already like knows, there's a new theme here, by the way, too. This theme was composed originally by me. Then I passed it along to Atrix of all people. And then she did a bunch of stuff with it and then passed it back to me, and I did a bunch of stuff with it, and then we kind of bounced it back and forth until I ended up ultimately remastering it. But this is essentially dual composed, both of us. It's a collab between me and Atrix Z. So that's what we're hearing in the dungeon. Whee! The thing that you just saw is also not implemented yet. That is what I call, I think, the IRA or something. Not IRA, IED actually, which is even funnier because of what IED normally means. But it does have a definition, and I forget. I would have to look it up. But it does. It's basically the irregularity detector, and that's basically like it's the compass to the boss. It's just something detecting where the boss is. And you notice it intentionally looks like a radar because it's kind of more a radar's behavior thing to do than a compass's thing to do. Yeah, there's something I have to fix, is they can jump out of the room, and if you go out of the room to kill them, they get culled by the room culling system. So yeah. Meow, 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 meow. So yeah, there's nothing really in this room yet. Eventually the old man will be in there. Well, it probably won't be an old man. Maybe it'll be old man. I don't know. Oh, wait, what? Ah, sorry. There you go. Yeah, it looks like it's only coming through desktop audio. So yeah, I mean, there you go. If you notice, these slimes are actually smaller than the world slimes. That is because it's kind of what they were in Zelda NES. They're like little tiny slimes. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll like put little tiny slimes in the dungeon. They do actually have less HP because of it. But there is a slight problem, is normally they would die from the boomerang, which I guess there's nothing stopping me from also just raising that flag on these slimes in specific to be able to die from the boomerang, so I could add that onto them. And then of course come up and key, and then unlock door. And this is quite literally the most dangerous room in the entire dungeon. There's gonna be 3 dogmas in there. It's like, before, this is what maybe kind of tweaked them, because they used to just fire like the spears at you like crazy, but they still fire them enough that it's painful. So you got freaking it! You went, ow, frick! Wait, why did it do damage? Hold up. Come on, I want to actually do, oh shit, it isn't! Why did it do damage? I don't know, man. Okay, that must have been the key that I don't know what's going on. Okay, so to explain the key thing though, by the way, there was chests that were in the data, like the memory slots for your save file, that were in the positions that these keys are now in. They're consumable items, so they don't actually like. Sorry, ads. You can watch it on YouTube instead. It's just a default ad setup. I'm sorry, I don't know. Let me know when it's over. I mean, obviously you hear me, so never mind. Yeah, so the explanation of the keys and what's going on here, and why I have like 2 keys, and well, I guess it's gonna be 1 key. But why there's the excess keys, and okay, why didn't that deplete by 1? Okay, that's something I clearly have to figure out, is what just happened there. Why didn't I lose a key? Besides that weirdness happening, what had initially happened is that when I had the keys set up in this in the array, there's only so many, and then I added more than enough for the game to fill up the save file and like the amount of like keys that there were. But what happened and why some of those bits got raised in the save data is because they're like perishables is what I call them, but like consumables. Like if you buy a heart from Iracuna, if you pick up the arrows, if you pick up the bombs, if you buy bombs, those items were in those key slots, and it still raises the bit for those items, even though you can buy them over and over again. But they still get saved at least, and I plan to maybe use it that you've at least bought it once. Like that's an indicator that you bought it once before in your save file. But that they were in the positions though, bit positions of the original keys, and so that's why like it thought I had keys when I never been to the dungeon before. But there's also like the coins were also in that position, I believe too, like the coin chests. So adding a bunch of keys like ended up overlapping those coin chests. So it's just general stuff like that, and why you'll want to reset your data most likely before the final game. So of course, yeah, there's your puzzle, and then you're pushing that block. I just noticed we didn't push the other block, so that's a problem too. That other block you were supposed to push just like this block that I just did, which is strange. I wonder why it didn't, it wasn't set up to activate this tunnel. And there you go, the boomerang. Which the boomerang works pretty good on desktop, but I'm having issues with it in VR. So yeah, don't come at me complaining the boomerang, blah 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 blah. Like I already know, it's got some issues in VR. But in boomerang, but in the bow in desktop is just simply like press pull, it'll draw it back. There is one issue in that it's not like drawing it in front of my eyes like it should be. Like I think it should actually probably raise out in front of me, similar to how I'm swinging the sword and it raises out like that, to at least let me see those being drawn back. And then of course release fire and hey, wait a minute, why did it go through that? Oh, I guess this is because this is on the interactive layer and not the wait, does that mean my boomerang also goes through? Oh, that's another problem. You hit you open the menu and it also fires off. But that's another known issue. Okay, I got that boomerang for some reason. I don't know, man. I guess the bow is somehow passing through the interactive layer. Wait, that's not even an interactive layer, so I don't even know, man. Maybe it's the environment layer. I don't know. How? Yeah, those traps hurt. Don't let those traps touch you. And we got dead doggos. Do I have the boomerang? I have the boomerang. Good. Okay. I don't want to waste all my arrows. Okay, it's a key door, so let's just use the key. Okay, that one took the key. I guess I'm about to die! Do I at least have a... Okay, I do have the life charm. Okay, the hands, yeah, so the hands. My thing of handling the hands. Ah! Where did... Oh, because this is where... Okay, this is the last respawn as the dungeon room. Okay. Or the... Oh, fuck! Welp. That happened. Oh god, I gotta kill him, otherwise I can't go back. Okay. I guess his hand hit me or something there. Or the sword somehow did. Yeah, that sword seems to have a weird hitbox on it. Maybe I should adjust it or something. Fucking dogs. Okay, so these hands, like I was saying, the strat for me is to just run around the center area. Yeah, see, one almost got me. What? Is the boomerang not working on him? Wait, when did the boomerang stop working on him? No, you don't! Oh my god, I just got slaughtered. Did I not say that was the most dangerous room? Because that's the most dangerous room. Okay, so why did the boomerang not work on the hand trap? So yeah, it is supposed to... That one got me from the side. Oh my god! Okay. No! Bad dog! Bad dog! Bad dog! Bad dog! Bad dog! Not touch! Oh my god! Okay, so my strat of just running around the center clearly did not work because one of those hands still got me. The boomerang does work on him. Okay, I'm not crazy. They're just catching me from the side. Oh no. I'm never gonna get into that boss room. Can you play space to get to the bow? You might, maybe, I don't know. Is there something I can do to prevent that? Maybe, I don't know. Is Punkin not punkining? I think streamer.bot is not on. Yes, there we go, that's why. Oh my god. Fucking it took too long to get through it, and that's another thing. Oh, YouTube chat is not disabled. Yep, another problem. This is like I said, I had to rush to get everything done. Okay, here, let me fix YouTube chat. Let's see. Pop out chat. Copy. Wait, there's nothing in chat though. There's nothing there. I just meowed. I don't know to see if it did a thing, but there, it's been updated. It has to be updated like every stream. It's kind of annoying. God dang it! Damn dogs! I hate these dogs so much. Why are they so... I might just go down with the amount of damage those spears do. It is... Ah! Why would that happen anyways? Oh, because of... Okay. So what's happening is the spear is losing its ability to attack, and it hits the ground, and then I'm like getting shifted by it afterwards because the collider on it is just shoving me around. I was wondering what was happening there. Frickin' son of a monkey! I can't cheat it either because I'm not an editor. I gotta do something legitimately. Oh god. There we go. I do think I might understand the story. I think this timing is also a little, maybe too little. Okay, that's okay. Oh. Okay. Is there one dog left, or is it one? No! Bad dog! Bad dog! Bad dogs! Okay. Maybe if I just hide in a corner, I got this? Yeah? Oh my god, that doesn't help. Is there like, maybe, I don't know, is there anywhere really safe to... Whoa! There's 10 of them in total. Just to be clear. Oh, please don't respawn. Okay, if you hear chicken crow or a wolf yell, yeah. Okay, where are they? Where are you? I will get through it, damn it. I will get through it. I had so much trouble with it before. Like in the past, I literally was just running around in circles around the center area, just hitting it, and I was fine. Like I've gotten through this multiple times this way, just doing this. Might as well just stick to that method. Maybe I just kind of got unlucky or something. God damn it! And that's another glitch that's happening too. I walk in the room and it teleports me to where the hand was. Like the hand still has like logic baked into it somehow to think that it needs to teleport me to it. Because that is, it's built into the hand too, where once it grabs you, it actually holds on to all the screen fades. So you can't just like move out of it. So it doesn't look weird, you trying to do that as well. Also, the animation gets stuck, which is kind of weird. So the ones even I saw it, but I didn't see where it came from. I'm gonna lose my mind. I swear it was never this hard before. Okay, I guess if watching me struggle at this is fun, I hope you're having fun watching me struggle at this stupidity. Fuck you! Mini! much more. I failed at this consecutively more times than I've actually succeeded in the past. I've had a problem with this, I swear. Oh my god. Like, did I do something that changed it? Is it because I can't see as wide as I normally can? Is that maybe it? Because I have the, like, video in a square format for the display that... Let's run with that thought, maybe. Maybe if I widen the screen... Okay. Like, maybe this could be why I'm having so much trouble with it. That if I just widen it... So one thing I eventually want to do is be able to grab drops like that with the boomerang, because it's just something you've always been able to do. Okay, what did you say there? Maybe having a screen effect when the hand is close. That's not gonna help when it just like, boop, gotcha! But I mean, maybe. Oh, I saw it! I saw it! I fucking saw it! Me! Yeah, I think aspect ratio is a part of it, because I can see more to my left and right, and my peripheral vision catching it is more likely. Yes, okay, it is done. We got it. Here's the key to the boss room. And there's our boss just sitting there, menacingly doing nothing with the wrong old textures on it. That I swapped that out, don't worry. It looked bad. I thought it would look good. It ended up looking terrible. Yeah. Ugh. And this is where, of course, our little, like... It's a rune. It's a piece of the rune, the code rune. I should probably note that down, because that's the best description of it that I've had so far. Because it's code, and it is a rune, so code rune, I guess, is the best way to describe it. I'm just gonna... Where's the story channel? Here we go. Note to... it's not the story channel, but note to self. Code room. So yeah, there's the respawn of everything. That's the dungeon though. That's as far as we can get right now. You can't really clear the dungeon, but it is, as you can see, almost done. But you're probably wondering, what is the boss doing currently so far? So let's go ahead and close this. And I do have a little sneaky magic trick for getting right into the boss room that unfortunately you can't do in a VR chat. One of my many means of debugging things directly in editor, and yeah, tools. Boop 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 boop. Right, so here we are in game. I don't know why I'm in the middle of nothingness here. It looks like something failed, but it looks like it's more of a, not anything related to Vertilia, random, just fucking exception, who cares, okay. VR chat SDK ass bug, there you go. Yeah, so we're in the client sim. Yeah, you know, see, this is whatever. And from within the client sim, of course, you know, or within Vertilia, the editors or testers do get this option to be able to just go into debug and go straight to dungeon D1E. So, you know, you can come straight to the dungeon. Man, I'm obviously going to have to rebig it now. But what I get, though, for direct testing of things is I can go into the hierarchy, and in the room container for the boss room, which I think is, yeah, dungeon room 13, I've added an editor-only button here on the dungeon room component, which is just teleport to. So, yay, I get to cheat that way. Yeah, and you can see it's not really doing anything yet, but there's a lot actually that had happened to the boss and the boss logic other than the theme that we're hearing. This is the boss theme. You get to hear this for as long as the boss is alive. Of course, yeah, that's this is killing it. Like, I mean, it's just got a lot of the basic functionality. And I had decided to use a nav mesh, so it is actually navigating across the nav mesh. I'm not entirely certain what it is trying to do right now. I was supposed to go to a destination and just get as close to that destination as it can. But for whatever reason right now, it's just kind of bouncing back and forth there. Yeah, just kill it. Dead. And yeah, music stops, goes back to that, and of course, and you can just go proceed on to, you know, treasure room. And of course, it'll respawn to, it's supposed to be dead, but it's clearly not set up yet. But that is where I'm at. And yeah, you can see the newer textures much better. Like, the other one was just, what the heck. I've been working on animations for it, of course. I gotta figure out sound effects for it still. There's just so much that still needs to be done for it, but we're getting there. So we'll have, hopefully, the boss here soon. And then, yeah, I'll be able to unleash testers out onto the dungeon to collect, you know, bugs and stuff like what we just saw, and get that all into a list for things that need to be fixed and addressed, of course. And then we can start thoroughly debugging everything in general. And I'm thinking, why the hell not? Let's do a demo release. Like, we'll need to do something special specifically, though, to actually do a demo, because if we release this as a world that is just a demo of Vertilia that has this first dungeon, unless you clear through the first dungeon, then we're obviously going to need to start implementing the end of process things that I was going to wait until like we were actually done with the game before like making any decisions on some of this stuff. Like, obviously we're going to need a basic tutorial, of course. We need tutorial things to be put into place. We need stuff that like is going to explain like how to play the game and maybe some parts of the story. But we're also going to need to get story things in there, so just kind of give you that like taste of the story, you know, of in there so far, and you know, before we give you the rest of the story, of course. I need to block you off from certain areas. We need to actually like put Miltina in different areas than the areas intended. So like this, I'll probably more than likely fork a branch, or like create a branch in my repository that is specifically just like the demo version, where these things, like certain things that are going to be definitely different from the final version, you know, are going to be set into where in that way I can you know, lock off areas and disable things that aren't being used yet. And just, yeah, stuff like that, just to make sure that we're like corralling people to the right places in the game and not letting them go off track. But here's another problem I have with doing a demo of a game like this, especially adventure explorer games, in a game like, you know, well, Zelda, is that you are supposed to explore. So if we end up doing a demo of the game, we're going to end up railroading them, and then we're going to teach them, we're going to give them an expectation of what to do first when they go to play the final game. And the problem with that is then they're going to know exactly to go directly to the village when they're supposed to figure that out, but they're supposed to figure that out from exploring, a wider, bigger world. Like, they're supposed to go to the mountain and be like, maybe I shouldn't be here yet, or they're actually supposed to wander into the forest and be like, why am I lost, or why can't I get to the end of this forest? And then, like, before things get explained to them and told to them what is going on. So that's something that's going to need to be thought about, I guess, when we do this demo. And it's going to also be obvious, too, for a final, like, product game thing, that if somebody gets to, the mountain or whatever, like, even in the state that it's in, if I leave these things in there, if they get to in the state that it's in, they're going to quickly realize that that area is, like, dead. And it's like, oh, I shouldn't be here. Which is not the way I want them to figure out, like, that they're not supposed to be there. Like, I want them to figure out by, like, oh, shit here is hard, or, oh, I don't have, like, this place is a little weird, maybe I should go over somewhere else first. Like, yeah, it kind of breaks the game, like, flow. So, I'm probably convincing myself to not do a demo, but maybe we can still do a demo. I don't know. I'm now conflicted on it because of those reasons. But maybe it won't hurt. Maybe, like, people who get to play the demo have that. I mean, the testers obviously are going to have the same, like, spoilage as the demo would do, too, of course. Like, and of course. And then that's another thing why I haven't been, like, too, I guess, aggressive about going out and be like, hey, test my game to people, really yet. Because, like, I want to save some people until the game is actually done. Because it's going to be better to, have these people test the game when it's done, because then I can actually, like, see how they're interacting with the end, like, those I can see those paradigms that I'm talking about, like, if they go to the mountain and they figure out, oh, I shouldn't be at the mountain, like, I can then see, like, what their behavior and what they're doing, and if there's anything more I need to maybe, like, direct them a bit more. There is some direction, obviously, because the first thing that Yuki tells you, like, if you pay attention to what she says to you, she tells you to go to the village. One of the things that aren't up yet in the world that we need are signs. Like, we need signposts, like the typical, like, here's an arrow on a log, and here's a signpost, and it says, this thing that way, or this thing that way. So I do want signposts, at least, out on the world, on the overworld, directing you at least to where you go. So in some regards, just having that alone too does end up changing the dynamics of exploration, because when you add those signposts and you actually do give direction, then it's on the user, like, for not paying attention at that point, and directing them to where they need to go next, right? So since a direction has been given, a direction's already been given, and now it's like, maybe then a demo won't be so bad, because the single fact that there's already direction in the game depletes equally much already away from the exploration thing that it, yeah. So now maybe I'm convincing myself again to do the demo. I don't know. We'll see again once I really get this all, at least Dungeon 1 here, all fleshed out and getting more of the overworld fleshed out, and then we can make that decision. But that's it. That is Vertelia. I have managed to ramble about this for an hour. Surprise, surprise. Yep, I will obviously keep working at it. But now, like I said, we're gonna put a stop to this stream for now and this VOD. Stop it here, and then we're gonna cut over to the next topic, which is a crazy topic. So I'm gonna go ahead and close Vertilli here, and then I'm gonna cut the stream, and I'll see you right back if you choose to be watching this madness.